Alright, let's get straight to the essential information. As we age, achieving restful sleep becomes incredibly vital for our overall health, impacting everything from our energy levels and mood to our memory and immune system. One significant yet often underestimated factor influencing our sleep quality is our dietary choices, particularly in the hours leading up to bedtime. Certain foods and beverages can act as silent saboteurs, keeping us awake, disrupting our sleep cycles, and leaving us feeling less than refreshed in the morning. Let's delve into the key culprits that older adults should consider avoiding before heading to bed. Caffeine, the wake-up call that lingers too long. Caffeine, a well-known stimulant, works by blocking the effects of adenosine, a neurotransmitter that promotes relaxation and sleepiness. It also increases alertness and can keep our brains active when they should be winding down for the night. While a morning cup of coffee or tea can be a delightful way to start the day, consuming caffeine too close to bedtime can significantly interfere with our ability to fall asleep and stay asleep. Caffeine isn't just found in coffee, it's also present in various other sources that we might not always consider. Tea, especially black and green tea, contains varying amounts of caffeine. Sodas, particularly colas and energy drinks, are often loaded with it. Even chocolate, especially dark chocolate with a higher cocoa content, contains caffeine and another stimulant called theobromine. Some over-the-counter medications, such as certain pain relievers and cold remedies, can also contain caffeine. It's crucial to read the labels carefully to be aware of hidden sources. The impact of caffeine can vary from person to person, and as we age, our bodies tend to metabolize caffeine more slowly. This means that the effects of caffeine can linger in our system for a longer duration compared to younger individuals. The half-life of caffeine, which is the time it takes for half of the caffeine to be eliminated from your body, is typically around 5 hours. For some older adults, this can extend even further. Therefore, if you consume a cup of coffee at 4 or 5 in the afternoon, a significant portion of that caffeine could still be circulating in your system when you're trying to fall asleep around 10 or 11 at night. The consequences of nighttime caffeine consumption can include difficulty falling asleep, increased nighttime awakenings, reduced total sleep time, and a decrease in the amount of deep, restorative sleep we get. This can lead to daytime fatigue, impaired cognitive function, and a general feeling of being unwell. Instead of reaching for caffeinated beverages in the evening, consider caffeine-free alternatives. Herbal teas like chamomile, peppermint, and lavender are known for their calming properties and can be a soothing way to wind down before bed. Warm milk, which contains tryptophan, an amino acid that aids in the production of serotonin and melatonin, hormones involved in sleep regulation, can also be a good choice. If you crave something sweet, opt for a small piece of fruit or a caffeine-free herbal infusion. Generally, it's advisable for older adults to avoid caffeine at least 4 to 6 hours before their planned bedtime, and even earlier if they are particularly sensitive to its effects. Alcohol, the nightcap that can backfire. Many people believe that a glass of wine or another alcoholic beverage can help them relax and fall asleep faster. While it's true that alcohol can initially have a sedative effect, it often leads to disrupted sleep later in the night, ultimately diminishing the overall quality of rest. Alcohol affects our sleep architecture, which is the pattern of different sleep stages we cycle through during the night. While it might help you fall asleep more quickly, it tends to reduce the amount of REM, rapid eye movement, sleep, which is crucial for memory consolidation, emotional processing, and feeling truly rested. As the body metabolizes alcohol, these sedative effects wear off, often leading to increased nighttime awakenings, fragmented sleep, and difficulty falling back asleep. Furthermore, alcohol is a diuretic, meaning it increases urine production. Consuming alcohol in the evening can lead to more frequent trips to the bathroom during the night, further disrupting your sleep cycle and making it harder to achieve continuous, restful sleep. For older adults, the potential negative impacts of alcohol on sleep can be even more pronounced. Alcohol can interact with various medications that are commonly prescribed to seniors, and it can exacerbate existing health conditions such as sleep apnea, a disorder characterized by pauses in breathing during sleep. Given these risks, it's generally recommended that older adults consume alcohol in moderation, if at all, and strictly avoid it in the hours leading up to bedtime. Instead of relying on alcohol to relax in the evening, explore healthier and more effective ways to wind down. Engaging in relaxing activities like taking a warm bath, reading a book, not on a bright screen, listening to calming music, practicing gentle stretching or yoga, or engaging in mindfulness or meditation can all help prepare your body and mind for sleep without the detrimental effects of alcohol. Fatty and fried foods, a digestive burden before bed. Indulging in rich, fatty, and fried foods close to bedtime can place a significant burden on your digestive system, potentially leading to discomfort and disrupted sleep. These types of foods are often heavy and take longer for the body to digest compared to lighter options. When you consume a large, high-fat meal in the evening, your digestive system has to work diligently throughout the night while you're trying to sleep. This can result in feelings of fullness, bloating, indigestion, and even heartburn, all of which can make it difficult to fall asleep and stay comfortable. The discomfort caused by a sluggish digestive system can definitely impact the quality of your sleep, leaving you feeling less rested and potentially groggy in the morning. Furthermore, fatty foods can stimulate the production of stomach acid, increasing the likelihood of acid reflux, where stomach acid flows back up into the esophagus, causing a burning sensation. This is particularly problematic when lying down, as gravity no longer helps to keep the acid in the stomach. To promote better sleep, it's advisable to opt for lighter evening meals that are easier to digest. Focus on lean proteins such as fish or chicken, plenty of vegetables, and whole grains. These foods are less likely to cause digestive distress that can interfere with your sleep. If you find yourself hungry in the evening, choose a light and easily digestible snack like a small yogurt, a piece of fruit, or a few plain crackers rather than reaching for heavy or fried options. Aim to finish your main meal at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime to give your body ample time to begin the digestive process. Spicy foods, the potential for nighttime heartburn. While adding spice to our meals can enhance their flavor and provide various health benefits, consuming spicy foods too close to bedtime can be a recipe for nighttime discomfort, particularly heartburn. Spicy foods often contain compounds like capsaicin, which can irritate the lining of the esophagus and increase the production of stomach acid. When you lie down to sleep, the risk of stomach acid flowing back up into the esophagus increases, leading to the burning sensation characteristic of heartburn. This discomfort can be significant enough to make it difficult to fall asleep or can even wake you up during the night. As we age, our digestive system can sometimes become more sensitive, making us more susceptible to heartburn and acid reflux. Therefore, it's often prudent for older adults to enjoy their spicier meals earlier in the day, allowing several hours for digestion before bedtime. If you crave flavorful food in the evening, consider using herbs and spices that are less likely to cause irritation, such as ginger, turmeric, or mild paprika. These can add depth and interest to your meals without the potential for nighttime heartburn that can come with more intense spices like chili peppers or hot sauces. Sugary foods and drinks, the blood sugar roller coaster. Indulging in sugary foods and drinks in the evening can lead to rapid fluctuations in blood sugar levels, which can negatively impact your sleep quality. When you consume sugary items, your blood sugar levels spike quickly, providing a temporary burst of energy. This surge can be counterproductive when you're trying to wind down and prepare for sleep. Following this initial spike, blood sugar levels often drop, sometimes quite sharply. This drop can trigger the release of hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, which can lead to feelings of restlessness, anxiety, and even wake you up during the night. This cycle of rapid blood sugar increase followed by a crash can disrupt your sleep patterns, reduce the amount of deep sleep you get, and leave you feeling fatigued and groggy the next morning. Furthermore, frequent consumption of sugary foods and drinks, especially before bed, can contribute to weight gain and other health issues that can indirectly affect sleep quality. If you have a sweet craving in the evening, opt for naturally sweet alternatives that are less likely to cause significant blood sugar fluctuations. A small piece of fruit, a dollop of plain yogurt with a drizzle of honey, or a few dates can satisfy your sweet tooth without the sleep-disrupting effects of refined sugars found in cakes, cookies, candies, and sugary sodas. If possible, try to satisfy your sweet cravings earlier in the day. Large meals close to bedtime, overloading the digestive system. Eating a large, heavy meal right before you plan to go to sleep can place a significant strain on your digestive system and interfere with your body's natural sleep processes. As mentioned earlier, digestion requires energy. When you eat a large meal close to bedtime, your body has to dedicate a significant amount of energy to digesting that food while it should be preparing to rest and repair itself during sleep. This can lead to feelings of fullness, bloating, abdominal discomfort, and even acid reflux, making it difficult to fall asleep comfortably. The digestive process can also keep your body temperature slightly elevated, which can also hinder the onset of sleep. To promote better sleep, aim to eat your dinner at least 2 to 3 hours before your scheduled bedtime. This allows your body sufficient time to digest most of the food before you lie down. If you feel hungry closer to bedtime, opt for a very light and easily digestible snack, such as a small piece of fruit, a few plain crackers, or a small glass of warm milk. Avoid consuming large portions of any food in the hours leading up to sleep. High sodium foods, potential for water retention and nighttime awakenings. While we often focus on sugar, fat, and caffeine as sleep disruptors, consuming excessive amounts of sodium, especially in the evening, can also negatively impact sleep quality, particularly for older adults. High sodium intake can lead to water retention, which can cause feelings of bloating and discomfort. More significantly, it can also contribute to increased nighttime urination. When your body retains more fluid due to high sodium levels, your kidneys work to eliminate this excess fluid, often leading to more frequent trips to the bathroom during the night. Waking up multiple times to urinate can significantly fragment your sleep and make it difficult to achieve deep, restorative rest. Furthermore, a high-sodium diet can potentially contribute to elevated blood pressure, which can also indirectly affect sleep quality. To minimize the potential sleep-disrupting effects of sodium, be mindful of your intake, especially in the evening. Avoid processed snacks like chips, pretzels, and crackers, as well as fast food and many canned goods, which are often very high in sodium. When preparing your own meals, use herbs, spices, and lemon juice to add flavor instead of relying heavily on salt. Read food labels carefully to be aware of the sodium content in packaged foods. General tips for healthier evening eating habits to promote better sleep. Beyond avoiding specific foods, adopting some general healthy eating habits in the evening can significantly contribute to improved sleep quality. Listen to your body. Pay attention to how different foods make you feel, especially in the evening. If you consistently notice that certain foods disrupt your sleep, make an effort to avoid them in the hours leading up to bedtime. Establish a regular meal schedule. Eating your meals at relatively consistent times each day can help regulate your body's natural sleep-wake cycle, also known as your circadian rhythm. This consistency can make it easier for your body to anticipate and prepare for sleep. Make dinner your lightest meal. Traditionally, Dinner is often the largest meal of the day, but for optimal sleep, consider making it your lightest. Opt for smaller portions and easily digestible foods in the evening. Stay hydrated throughout the day, but limit fluids close to bedtime. Adequate hydration is crucial for overall health, but consuming large amounts of fluids in the hour or two before bedtime can increase the likelihood of nighttime trips to the bathroom. Try to drink most of your fluids earlier in the day. Be mindful of portion sizes. Even healthy foods can disrupt your sleep if you eat too much of them right before bed. Stick to moderate portion sizes for your evening meals and snacks. Avoid going to bed feeling overly hungry or overly full. Both extremes can make it difficult to fall asleep. If you're feeling hungry before bed, have a light and easily digestible snack. Conversely, avoid eating large meals right before lying down. Consider keeping a food and sleep diary. Tracking what you eat and how well you sleep can help you identify patterns and pinpoint specific foods that might be negatively affecting your sleep. Note down the time you eat, the types of food you consume, and your sleep quality, how long it took to fall asleep, how many times you woke up, how rested you felt in the morning. By being mindful of the foods and beverages we consume in the evening and adopting healthier eating habits, especially in the hours leading up to bedtime, older adults can significantly improve their sleep quality, leading to better overall health, increased energy levels, and an improved sense of well-being. Remember that making gradual changes is often more sustainable than trying to overhaul your diet overnight. Experiment with these tips and find what works best for you to ensure you enjoy restful and rejuvenating nights.